Hi everybody, just want to share my experience, my eureka moment with my Karcher 2800 pressure washer. It's got a KXS 196CC engine, whatever the hell that means. Well, I know what it means. It's a 4-stroke pressure washer. Hey guys, I'm just a hack. I'm a carpenter and epoxy applicator, epoxy sales guy. But I actually really starting to enjoy fixing up these small engines and bits of equipment. Is it because I don't want to pay the money to take it somewhere? Partly it's because I hate not solving something and not achieving my end game. So what happened is this beast was running for about 15-20 minutes, starting fine. Then it would just cut off, just instantly cut off. Man, it was driving me nuts. Wouldn't start again until it cooled down. I thought, what the hell is it? So I knew it could only be either petrol, air, or a spark problem. The three things always to look for to try and diagnose the problem. Actually, first what I did is I thought, oh geez, maybe there's too much pressure build up. So I went to this unloader here and I replaced it. Still did the same thing. So that pissed me off. I thought, oh, okay, I'll see whether it's the air. So then I replaced, I cleaned the air filter. It was fine. There was no air blockages. So I thought, okay, it's not the air. I then took the carburetor apart, which I'm not going to do here, but it's in here. And I cleaned it. I got carburetor clean. I pulled the carburetor apart. Virtually it was perfect. And what I did too, when the engine had run and then stopped, when it was hot, I had the carburetor open, sprayed petrol directly into the piston, into the chamber. It still wouldn't start, so I knew it wasn't petrol. Finally, I thought, okay, it's got to be the spark. So what I did is I undid the spark plug, and I put the spark plug in the plug on the body of the washer, and then I cranked over the flywheel, and I saw that there was a spark coming into the spark plug when it was cold. Then when I ran the machine and it was hot with gloves, I took that off again, spark plug, placed it on the body to ground it, pulled made the flywheel spin, and spark wasn't happening. So I knew when it was getting hot, for some reason the bastard cut off. So I knew it was an electrical problem. Changed the spark plug, thought maybe the spark plug goes funny when it's hot. Did the same bloody thing. This is going on for a year, guys. I was pissed off, left it for a few months, came back to it. I even thought, oh geez, maybe it's air. I read on YouTube was saying could be vapor lock. So I even bloody took the lid off and tried to start it, wouldn't work. So I thought it's not that. Tried everything I saw on YouTube. Finally today was a eureka moment. I thought, okay, it's got to be electrical. What the hell is it? So I went over here to the switch, and I can't believe it. This worked. This might help someone, right? Now, I don't know. I mean, I'm only a hack, so don't take this gospel. I sort of don't fully understand why it works, but I just used the machine for an hour. It worked great in the heat. I turned it off, put it back on. Perfect. I'm so wrapped, it's not funny. Awesome feeling when you've been thinking about it for a year and you finally get a breakthrough. Am I stubborn? Yeah, I'm a Taurine. I didn't want to take it to the repair guy. It's not like I have to have this. It's just handy to have around the house. So anyway, I know that when it's in the off position, the ground isn't connected, so the thing won't start. And obviously, when you put it in the on, then you get a circuit and it fires up when it's cold. But what it ended up being was, see this yellow lead coming out of the sump there. This is where the oil goes in. What it actually is, it's a trip switch. If there's not enough oil in here, the wire came up through here into this box, which I think is some sort of cut-off thing, I'm not sure. And then it was connecting here. See how I've separated these two? I put some electrical tape around it. This was all connected, so it was forming a circuit all the way back to ground, right? So obviously when the oil, this thing is faulty. So what happened is the oil is actually full. I got heaps of oil, but somehow it's reading there's not enough oil, and it was shorting or doing something it can't quite work out. But this part of the circuit going into the oil kill switch was giving a faulty signal to turn the to break the circuit, probably grounding it or cutting it off the switch here. And then I was getting no spark to my spark plug, and obviously the machine just cut off. The fact that it just cut off so instantly, I just knew it was electrical. So what I did this morning, I unhooked the connection to the circuit. This goes to the ignition coil, which I also replaced and didn't work, but this goes to the ignition coil and then into the forms a circuit to the switch. So what I've done now is I've basically gotten rid of that oil cut-off switch, and so the circuit from my ignition coil just comes into my switch to ground. So what it does mean, now it worked perfectly by disconnecting this oil kill off. It does mean if I'm low on oil, I could blow my engine up, but just check my oil all the time, or I replace this thing here, which I couldn't be bothered. So by deduction, and I'm sorry I actually haven't got it going here, but it worked perfectly. Maybe that might help someone if you've tried everything and when it's hot it won't restart. Maybe see if that oil kill switch, low oil kill switch, could be causing the problem. I just disengaged it. Hope that helps. See you guys.